Pause.
Alright, hi everybody, it's Craig here back again. We're actually going to be racing shortly, so we're just getting some motors prepared and putting in a couple of cars. We've got a car here, we're going to be getting ready to go, and one right behind the camera down here, which we can put another motor in there and get ready for racing in just over a week's time here in Taupo, which is really cool. So what I thought would be quite cool to do is we're going to video us getting the motor in the car, what things you need to look for them first, and just stuff getting ready for that. We're also going to talk a bit about the race coming up and the driving. The person holding the camera right now, Paul, he's going to be first time driving Formula First, so he's going to be really looking for that. He's one of the main instructors here at the track, and he's driven a lot of supercars lately, so he's going to go from a $1.5 million McLaren down to a $20,000 Formula First, so it's going to be interesting for him. So we're going to film this as we go along a little bit and show you a few things, everything else. So the first thing we're doing is just get the motor ready. This is coming out of one car, it's going to another. So we're just getting the timing right on it. We've got the TDC set for this, so that when we fire it up, it's going to fire up straight away, not mucking around. We're getting the spark plugs all in and the leads all up to the right distributor caps, the right numbers. And then obviously we've done the oil lines, the engine mount, everything else is ready to go, so then we're just going to throw it in and show you. So we'll just do a little more work and we'll come back soon and show you how that works. Okay, so as you can see now, come a bit closer, Paul. So we've got the old motor in now, and we've done the front engine mount nice and tight, because that's very, very important. We've done the 4 engine mounts at the back, which is very, very important as well. Get that all nice and tight. All lines are on. We're just doing the carburetor now and ignition, and then we're going to basically just put the exhaust on there, and it's actually not too far away, so pretty simple to put in really. It's the main thing is make sure you've got all your engine mounts up tight, your oil lines done correctly, fuel of course. Very important to get the timing right, so that when you go to fire the car up, it's going to fire straight away rather than trying to muck around trying to find timing, which is a real pain. And so yeah, we'll just carry on a little more. We'll be back soon.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we've got everything together, we've checked that we've got the fuel lines on, the ignition's all in, timing hopefully should be pretty good. We'll check that once it's started. Now obviously one of the biggest problems you have when a motor hasn't been going for a while is most of the carburetors run out of fuel, and you've got to get in there. So we've actually put a bit of fuel in the carbs already, just dabbed a bit down the old throat there. It's a good old trick, and hopefully we'll get it going reasonably well. So we'll start it up, hopefully we'll kick in the light straight away, and we'll check the timing and make sure that's right, what we're after. And if that all goes well, then we should be good to put it to go on the ground and give it a bit of a test. Okay, so we're just going to get started up now, hopefully it'll go. Paul, you want to do yours, mate? We'll just see what happens. Okay, so we just got that, it was only a couple of degrees out, so we just turned that a little bit, and it's all good. So the biggest secret of that is that if you statically time your engine before you put it in, and the way we do that is we find top dead center on number 1, and we put your dizzy in there, and you want to go halfway between basically top dead center and 34, 36 degrees, and it's going to be good enough to start the car in order to find out where it is. But if you don't do that, you can spend a lot of time mucking around and it won't fire anything else. The other important thing, of course, is to make sure you get the firing order in the right way too, because otherwise that will not work and backfire and everything else. Most 4-cylinder cars and everything else are pretty easy on these V-dubs. On the Dizzy, it basically just goes backwards 1, 2, 3, 4 in reverse order, and that's how it works, so it's nice and easy. So we're just going to put the body on now and actually put some wheels on it and get ready to take it for a bit of a run. And Paul over here, he's going to be driving it next weekend, so a bit of fun for him. He hasn't driven one of these things before, which is pretty cool. So while we're here, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what we're seeing with some younger people driving. Of course, my 30, 35 years experience, and seeing people come in and out of the class and in and out of sport, is that you have to realise that motorsport is no different than any other sport, cricket, tennis, golf, whatever. Initially it's just a sport. And until you actually get paid to do it, which again is very, very rare, it's just a sport. And so you hear a lot of young people say, this is my career, this is what I'm doing, and blah, blah, blah. But really, they're just going up the ladder in a sport type scenario. And to be a professional race car driver, to get paid to drive a race car, is very, very rare, very, very hard. And probably if you go into it thinking you're gonna, that's gonna be the end result, you're gonna have a pretty 98% chance of being disappointed. So you're better to go in the other way and go in it's a bit of fun and all that kind of stuff. And bear in mind that you know, the end result is probably just going to be a sport for you, and that's fine. That's all good, and that's not stopping anybody wanting to make it to the top. That's great. But in my experience, I've seen so many people spend way too much money and too much time and effort on chasing something that's never going to happen. And again, it's just a sport. So when you see parents spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, mortgaging their house and everything else just to make their child succeed, you've really got to question whether that's very sensible. Again, it's just a sport, but that's all good. That's what some people want to do. That's fine. Just don't think that if you spend the money, you're going to get automatic results or success. It doesn't work that way, I'm afraid. And no sport, unlike rugby, if you're a really good rugby player, even if you're playing in Tai-Happy or whatever, you'll have a chance of getting selected and being in the All Blacks. There's plenty of good race car drivers out there who are really, really good, who are not driving race cars. So it's not, same doesn't apply to both. So to be a professional race car driver, you have to have money, a bit of luck, good team, being, you know, all that kind of stuff, management all the way through, and even then it's not guaranteed. But money will get you further than talent. And that's just the way life is. I mean, it's just, you know, it's what motorsport's about basically. And if you learn that and accept that early on, then you understand how life works a little bit better than that so-called he's good enough to be at the top. Anyway, we're going to get this thing, we'll show some more results of this one, get the wheels on it, get it ready, get it in the ground, and go for a drive soon.